Lord have mercy. Come on, dig it.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness, you guys, we are live and we are back from Christmas break. I'm so excited. Welcome to the Carter Love Talk Show. Today we are talking about womb healing with faith. Yes.
Yay.
Before we dive in, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you'll be notified every time we post a video here on the Carter Love Network. Yes, I'm super excited. So, Faith, I'm so
Yeah.
glad that we finally get to hear your knowledge today. But before we dive into our questions, please tell us a little bit about your business and how you show up in the community.
All righty. Okay. Well, my name is, as Deshay said, my name is Faith Rihanna Sanders. I am a yoni steam specialist. I'm also a licensed pharmacy technician. I am a practicing family herbalist, author, and a wellness dance coach. I think that covers everything. Yeah, I'm
Amazing.
also a wife. I'm a wife and a mother and a grandmother
Yes.
and a minister and a child of God. First and foremost, that I should have said that. But yes, what I do is I promote wellness throughout the community, and I empower and encourage young women to find their vision within the community. And I also am currently practicing how to do family herbs, making herbals and tinctures and um, let's see, wraps, you name it. Anything wellness, holistic for the body to begin healing, such as cough cold season, right? I know the remedies for the cough and cold season, just different things. So, and it takes a lot of studying. I've been
Yes.
studying for over 2 years now, um, but actually practicing far as the womb portion, I've been practicing and dealing with people in the community for over 10 years now. So, and a pharmacy technician for over 25 years. So, I have a little bit of knowledge, not just on the traditional side, but the medicinal side, right? So,
Yes.
that is pretty much who I am and what I do within my community.
Yes, I love that. I love that so much. And I did, on the talk show, we like to dive into how we met. And so the cool thing is, a lot of you guys know her son already because he has been on this show twice, and on the After Hour show, he is one of the co-hosts and he is my co-writer. That is Jaleel. So this is Jaleel's mama.
I am the
Y'all
queen.
know him as Ja. But yeah, so I'm super super excited to have her here. And as y'all know a little bit about me, I love learning about herbs. I try to do things as natural as possible. So I'm super excited to learn. I'm
Yes,
super excited.
yes.
I'm
I'm
like, you might have to take me under the
excited.
wing after this. Ooh. So what is yoni steaming?
So the best way that I tell people what yoni steam is that it's a facial. You've ever had a facial before? A
Yes.
facial done? So it's pretty much a facial on the yoni area, the vajayjay area, or the royalty area, whatever name that you have for it. It's just you're doing a facial, a detox,
Hmm.
relaxation to your yoni area. And pretty much what that consists of is taking, well, behind me, I have a great display of it. So this is a yoni stool, and we do sell this. That's my mom. Oh, yes, I am. Sorry.
I have to put that up there.
So behind me, I have a yoni steam stool, which we actually make them. When I say we, because my husband is very involved in the wellness process that I'm going through, that I have gone through and still going through, and he actually make these. And
Hmm.
at the top here, so it's a box. Let me try to keep my head in the
Yes,
screen.
we
So
see you. Yeah.
it's a collapsible box, so you can actually take this apart. This is the top of it, and the V stands for my business, visions of worthiness, because our visions, whatever we visualize, is worthy to pursuing. if that's physical, mental, career wise, whatever it may be. So the B stands for visions of worthiness. That's my business name. And I wish you can see, but I can pull this down because this is a piece of material cloth a skirt that I put over it, but it's pretty much a box. So it goes two slats this way and two this way. And in the center of this, you can't hear it, but I have an actual pot in there boiling with water. Okay. So what that is what I pretty much do is I pick a herb, and the safest herb that I always use in the spa for the women or any type of home visit is calendula. And so you'll go ahead and add your herb to the water. Just take a tablespoonful or whatever the case may be, add it to the water. Go ahead and allow it to soak in the water for a few minutes or so. Take your top to your stool, place it back on top, and you probably wondering, do I just sit like that? No. Um, and why isn't it painted? The reason why it's not painted is because already we have too much toxic things within our womb, right? So adding paint is adding more toxicity to our womb, right? So, but they do have paint that is non-toxic. I forgot the manufacturer of it, but if anybody wants to know, I can send you the information and we can let them know. But yeah, so our stools are $150. They're very sturdy. They hold up to 30 pounds on the stool. And I know I've probably gone even further, but I do want to demonstrate this. And pretty much what I do is I just take a towel like this, like so, fold it, and I usually will have a um, back here a pillow with the same material because everything got to match with me. And I'll just drape it on the stool, but enough to keep the hole of the V open, and I'll just drape it like this, and I'll do both sides, pretty much both sides. And it probably looks tacky right now, but yeah. And then the woman would just go ahead and sit down on the throne with a yoni skirt. So I also make yoni skirts. So with
Nice.
whatever fabric you want, they'll go ahead and fully undress or partially undress. Some women like to wear it as just a skirt. Some women like to get all unclothed and wear it, and that's okay because you got to be mindful. You're detoxing your entire body. It's not just your yoni, but you're detoxing your entire body. So in front of the skirt, it opens. This big old open part goes to the back, and it drapes over the whole stool to keep the steam in. Once when
Yes.
the steam begins to penetrate your pores, it begins to go into your blood, begins to flow in through your blood along with the herbs, and it begins to activating things, healing, relaxing, tonifying. So that is just a short demonstration of
Yeah.
how the yoni steam works. And a lot of people ask, how there's different stools out there, a lot of different stools. But the ones that we have, that's pretty much how it operates.
Awesome. That's so awesome. And so we talked a little bit about this off camera. Is it just for women?
No. Yoni steaming is beneficial for men, especially men with pancreatic cancer. Um, you know, also for hemorrhoids for men. And a lot of people also ask me, well, how old should a young lady start yoni steaming? If she has a menstrual, she can begin yoni steaming.
Mhm.
It helps with menstrual flow. It helps regulating the flow of the menstrual for women, decreasing cramps for women, you know, and multiple other things. But I'm not going to try to get ahead.
Well, you were already dipping into the next question, which was what are the benefits for the body? which I listen, I tried yoni steaming, but I needed to have been more consistent. And you just gave me a couple of reasons why I need to be adding that to my cart.
So let me ask you a question. When you tried it, what did you try it with? I'm just curious.
I used have you ever seen those camping toilets?
Okay, yes,
So it's like a little stand and it's like a
yes,
plastic seat.
yes,
And so I used that. I had an old pot that I didn't really care about, and I had put herbs in like one of those bags, those
yes.
mesh bags.
Okay.
Put it in there, and then I had a moo and I sat down with the moo, and then I had a towel around my waist. Yeah.
Yes.
I went into it without a lot of knowledge.
Okay.
So I went into it. My friend had did the research and I just kind of trusted her judgment. And so I just kind of went with it. But then as I grew up and I started learning more about the female body, learning more about my hormones and my hormone imbalance,
Right.
um, and just also a lot of like the trauma that lives in the womb and getting that out of your system, I learned that there's more benefits.
Right.
And so
Right.
I was like, I want to do it, but I want to commit to it. I want to, like you said, have the throne, have a ritual, have a system where I'm doing it in a consistent manner.
Right. Right. And not only that, just in a conducive environment. You don't
Mm.
want to. I know a lot of women, and I just have to throw this out here. And this is just my opinion. I know everyone floats differently, but I'm just expressing what I've learned over the years. Plastic, you don't want to add more toxicity to your body. So
Exactly.
women want to stay away from the little plastic bowls, and that's why we use birch wood. Birch wood is a good wood. It's very, very a great wood to use. But plastic, BPA, right? You're
Exactly.
adding, you're adding that to your body, and then doing it in the restroom over the toilet. Think about it. How many
Yeah.
other people go in the restroom and use the toilet throughout the day
Yeah.
and the things that they're doing in there? It's just like there's really no privacy.
Hmm.
And yes, you may have your toilet in your room, but still, to me, just cleanliness is
Yeah.
is better, right?
Yeah.
Just being in an area where it's clean, fresh, you feel relaxed, not rushed. Because if you have somebody else that want to use the restroom, it's like, oh my gosh, like I gotta hurry up, I gotta get out of here,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it messes up the whole um, moment, right?
Hmm.
The spiritual moment that it can have behind it. And so with this stool, you can travel, you can put it in any room in the house. I've actually, I've actually, because our backyard is real huge, and in the summertime, the trees they block the houses to sing. I actually have set it in my backyard and actually yoni steam, because I like to sunbathe too.
Yeah.
Sunbathing is very important, right?
Yeah.
Uh, just like our skin needs vitamin D, your yoni needs vitamin D. It's very good for healing. I kid you not. Like everything I'm telling you, I have done.
Yes.
So I can vouch for it because I've done and I watched it heal my body over time. God left His herbs for us, right?
Yes.
Of the earth to naturally heal us, and not only the herbs but the sun. So all of that is beneficial to our womb and even to the male. The
Yeah.
male. But yes, so that's pretty much what I
Yeah.
stand for that. Yeah.
Yes. I love that. So, how do herbs support hormone balance and womb health healing?
Okay. So as far as hormone balance, it's funny that you mentioned that because I have just hit my well, I've been in perimenopause stage, but I just want to briefly throw this out here. You're not menopause is only one day. One day. A lot of people don't know that. One day.
Mm.
That is women when you can go 365 days without having a menstrual, you're in menopause. That 365th day is menopause. Your menopause day. After that is postmenopause, right?
Mm.
So now in the perimenopause stage, that can be like age 30 on to when you hit that menopause day. Um, My phone is just beeping and beeping. It's really distracting though. It's like who's beeping? But a squirrel. But so I would say, I'm in that stage that my hormones are all over the place.
Hmm.
So I've heard a lot of things that's been put out there, black vitamins and all that type of stuff, but when it comes to balancing hormones, we have to be careful because yes, herbs are for everybody. It doesn't discriminate if you male, female. You can still take, we can still take like medicines. They're distinctive for certain genders. Um,
Hmm.
when it comes to herbs, no matter what gender you are, you can use
Yeah.
it. But I'm saying all that to say that my apologies, it's certain herbs out there that would help with the hormones, but we have to be careful. Like
Hmm.
ashwagandha, black cohosh, um, just to name a few. Those can
Hmm.
help with regulating the hormones. And far as the womb goes, now we have multiple. Let's see. Let me get my paper here. There's multiple herbs for the womb. To support the womb, you have for tonifying and strengthening the womb, you have red raspberry leaf, and that tones the uterine line walls, as you probably heard of that before.
Yes, I use that one. I'm
And you can,
like, yay, I'm doing something right.
but you know that you can drink it as a tea too.
Yeah,
So
I drink it as a tea.
okay,
Most of the
that's
herbs
good.
I intake as a tea. Unless I infuse it in my oils and then I'll use it that way.
Yes, I you can use it as a yoni steam stool, in your yoni steam stool, or you can drink it as a tea, which really hits the areas quicker. Nettle, you heard of nettle before?
Yeah, I use that one
Nettle,
too.
yeah. Look, you girl, give yourself some check marks, baby. You are on the road. Yeah. So nettle is a great mineral. It's rich with minerals. It's also good for vegan people. People that
Oh,
yes, it's great for vegan people. It's also good for prostrate. Um, am I saying that right? Yeah, I think I am. I had to.
it sounded right to me.
Well, if it is, my husband tell me later on, hey, you did not say that right. I'm be
Man,
like,
that wasn't right.
you
But
know
they
what?
knew what you meant. That's all that matters. They better take this knowledge.
You're laughing. So for nettle is great for nourishment, and also BV, bacterial vaginosis. It's also
Hmm.
good for menstrual and pelvic issues.
Mm.
So you can use it in the throne, or you can actually drink it. We also have ladies' mantle, which is good for toning and strengthening the uterus, the womb. And what the ladies' mantle does is to say it has pretty much the same as nettle for prostrate. It actually squeezes the excess water in your womb out. So like
Oh, okay.
fibroids, it's great for fibroids. You know how we got the little mass balls.
Yeah.
Squeeze that out. Heal tissues like scars within your womb, and then you have some supporting herbs to reduce inflammation
Hmm.
that affects the pain within your womb, such as fibroids, endometriosis, or painful cycles. Turmeric, we all run to that one. But we
Yeah.
also like to use cayenne with turmeric because our body can't absorb
Yeah.
turmeric on its own. So everyone that's out there that's chasing that turmeric for inflammation, please, please, please
Exactly.
use some cayenne pepper because it will not absorb. You're just taking it and just to be taking it, right? So you
Yeah.
want your body to be able to absorb it. So make sure that you add some cayenne pepper in there. Then you have my favorite, and this one I actually let me get it real quick. I'm trying to stay in the camera. So this is my favorite, and this has been my number one seller right now. It's called cramp bark. I don't know if you ever heard that before, but I just finished. These are tinctures. People probably were like, "What are tinctures?" They're just they're just herbs macerated in apple cider vinegar or alcohol, and it our body absorbs it a lot better. So this is cramp bark, which comes from a cramp bark tree. So this is
Hmm.
the bark of a tree, and pretty much you just take the tincture, you open it, squeeze it, get you a full drop of fill. Full. It is very rich and red and dark in there. If you see, is it tasty?
No,
No, no. If
but
you
it's
read
good for you.
right,
100%.
right. And if you think about it, it seems like everything that's healthy for us or that benefits us, it doesn't taste great, right? Uh,
Yeah, the reality is we adapt to it though. You
Right,
know what I mean? Did I
right,
used to like blueberries, fresh blueberries? No. Do I love them
right,
now? Yes.
right. Because you
You
forced
know?
yourself, you pushed yourself, you were intentional to trying
Yes,
to like them even more because you knew how beneficial it was for your body. Cramp
exactly.
bark. Cramp bark is great for cramps and muscle aches in the body. This has been my number one seller. I just finished a batch. I only have like 5 left. Now to make tinctures, it takes up to a month. This tincture right here has been um, macerating for
I
the
know it was just too sweet not to post. I didn't want to distract you, but it was
yes. Thank you, son. So it's this tincture has been macerating since February, and I just took it out last month. So it's very
wow.
strong. It's like one of the strongest one. And honey, when I tell you, it works immediately in about 20 minutes. Um, Whatever is gone.
Yeah.
Again, this is my number one seller. Is hot, but
Man, I
so
bet.
that's just for pain. And then you have the. I just want to go over these few real quick.
Yeah.
Demonia. Okay, Demania herb, that is my newest herb that I have been playing around with. Again, in perimenopause, a lot of women lose their natural juices.
Hmm.
I forgot, yoni steam is great for infertility. While I'm speaking about natural juices, infertility, and it's great for natural juices, promoting getting your natural juices going back. You know how a lot of women have to take medications and estrogen stuff
Hmm.
and put them into their yonis. Honey, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that, and I thank God for it that I haven't gotten to that level. But
Yes.
this, even ladies, I know you guys say that you have your juices is already flowing, but this right here, it'll get them to really, really, just really flowing, and your partner will love it. You know, maybe I'm not TMI, but yeah, your partner will love it.
Not here, okay?
My
Not on the
husband,
Carnival Talk Show.
my husband would come up here right now and he will vouch for me. Like when we go do vendor events or talk to other people at vendor events, he's always speaking from the male perspective on the benefits
Hmm.
that they only see. So that's the mania, which is great. It's the aphrodisiac, and it helps with stagnant periods. Then you have mullein root, which is great for bladder issues.
I need that one.
Yeah.
I
The,
have PCOS, and so that was another reason why I was excited to have you on
ah,
because I am. What am I? I'm on a. Ooh, I think I'm on 75-day cycle, 35 days without a menstrual. Yeah,
yeah, we gotta.
it's and it hasn't. This is the first year this has happened. Ever since I found out I had PCOS, I changed my diet. I worked out. I did all the things, and so everything has been like I don't miss, right.
Right.
But this month, I mean this year, not like 2025, I was late like 3 times throughout the year, and it was like my cycle was like about 60 days long instead of the
Mother.
normal, what is it, 29
Right.
to 30 days. Yeah. So I was like, as you was listening to herbs, I was like, I am drinking them, but I need to be steaming them
Yes. Put them
because drinking them ain't enough.
by by steam, and also with this the yoni steam, it helps regulate your period.
Yeah.
Before all these herbs, before I started my journey with all these different herbs, I just had one herb, which was calendula, which was the safest herb for me. It helps with
Yes.
healing the womb with scars and fibroids and stuff, and multiple other things. I just had the herbs and this stool. Actually,
Yeah.
my throne is bigger. I have a chair I can
It's a
lounge.
throne. It's for the queen, of course.
Yes, and
Yeah,
that's
I love that, and I'm familiar with the herb. I actually utilize that herb. Honestly, I do have cysts and fibroids on my ovary, and so I made a balm to rub to cover, but
okay.
I like I said, I love the idea of steaming it. Definitely need to dive
So
deeper into that.
I
I need to
had
be making a purchase after this live.
right, right. No, but I had a young lady that was coming to my spa faithfully. She also had PCOS, and she texted me. She came for treatments about a couple of months, and then she texted me about 3 months later and said that she was finally pregnant, and thank you. And
Aw,
that was the greatest and gift for me, just to hear
yeah,
that I helped somebody that had problems of getting pregnant,
yeah,
conceiving, right? And she
yeah,
wasn't the only one. I can count on one hand at least four within the 4 years that I was 4 or 5 years that I was actually at the spa, right? And so, yeah, it changing the way that you eat. And I don't like to say diet because diet is
yeah,
a quick fix, right? So the
yeah,
lifestyle of eating, you want to just
exactly.
change your lifestyle of eating. Number one thing that people don't realize, dairy.
Mm-hmm.
Dairy causes a lot of inflammation. So if you have in you already issues, inflammation, or just different physical issues inside of you, cut out the dairy because you're adding
Yeah,
pus on top of pus, right? You're adding more inflammation to it. So begin to cut out the cheese, the milk, all that. And that's what I did. I cut out the dairy. I actually was a vegetarian. Um,
yeah,
I no longer call myself that anymore because I eat in moderation.
yeah.
I will eat seafood now, but it'll be like twice a month or once a week or
Mm-hmm.
whatever I'm feeling, right? Because it's not healthy to me. After I've done it for 6 years, I was just like I had the cold spells. I was just like
Yeah, yeah.
fatigue,
That's what
fatigue.
I did that last year, and I feel like that is what altered my menstrual cycle. Because, like I said, when I
Yeah,
found out, I did cut out stuff. Like I did, I shifted my lifestyle. My doctor, she wanted me to try it naturally before using meds, and so she wanted me to work out for an hour a day as opposed
yeah,
to 30 minutes a day, and
okay,
she wanted me to eat clean, meaning no preservatives, no artificial sweeteners, no artificial anything. So I did that. I even stopped, like, that's why I started making my own oils, because I didn't want, like you said, the plastic, the different chemicals, all of that. So
yeah,
I even stopped doing all of that. But this year, well, 2025, I was like, what? But at the beginning of the year, I went vegetarian. No, first I started with pescatarian diet,
yeah,
and then I went into vegetarian. But I wasn't intaking enough protein as a busy mom here and there. I wasn't eating enough already. So then I wasn't getting enough protein. And so then I went back to eating the meat so that I can get enough protein, but my hormones are still like all over the place.
right, right. I bet, and it's because the way that you're eating.
Yeah.
In addition to that, sleep is important. Movement is important. Decreasing stress is important. All that is the four
Yeah.
pillars of wellness. You
Hmm.
have to make sure all of that is balanced. Um, that's what I wanted to say for that part. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure, for sure. So we know, as we talk, just even within both our life differences, you did say that calendula is a good one to start off with. But why do different women need different blends?
So when I speak of this, I'm speaking not just women.
Hmm.
but families, children, and I know we're focused on women, but again, I'm also transitioning into becoming a family herbalist. But
Yes.
if you would have asked me this a couple of years back, I probably wouldn't answer it right. But the more that I am being educated by my mentors and taking my courses and everything, I'm learning. One, I've already knew because coming from the medical background, pharmacy technician background that I have, allergic, allergies.
Hmm.
What may work for you, I may be allergic to, right? Or so I can't take what you're taking. And a lot of people, when they're on this social media craze stuff right now, oh, let me do this, let me do that.
Yep.
Be careful because you don't know what's in that product that your body may react negative to. You
Exactly.
don't have to treat traditional medication just like it's medicinal medication, right? Um, so you may be allergic to something in it. So you have to be careful. That's why also in the beginning I used to always say, no, I'm only do one herb. But you can do more herbs, but you want to start off with just like one or two so you can decide, okay, well, figure out, well, is it this herb that's causing a reaction or this herb? If you have too
Hmm.
many, you won't figure out what herb
Yeah.
is whatever. So that's one thing. Another thing is you want to be careful because of let me see. I think it's I have wrote it down here. You want to be careful because you may be taking medications.
Yes. Yeah.
Whatever medications you're on, if you already have high blood pressure, and if you taking a herb that increases your blood pressure, you're gonna be jacked up,
Yeah.
right? So you can't just take anything. Pregnant women can't take a lot of herbs, and it goes the same as if you were going to go to the doctor. You can't take certain
Hmm.
medication with certain medication. Well, herbs is just
Hmm.
works the same way, the exact same
Yeah.
way. In addition to that, the last one I just learned and I love it is energetics. Your
Mm.
energetics and my energetics are maybe totally different. I'm a hot
Yeah.
natural person, and I just experienced this a couple of weeks ago because I was having inflammation in my hand. And I was like, okay, let me get some turmeric in my body.
Hmm.
I'm a hot nature person. So what do you think happened when I took that turmeric? I started burning up.
Yeah.
I was adding heat on top of heat, although it was helping, but it was uncomfortable. So
Yes.
if I'm a hot natured person, I need to be taking a cool herb to help with my inflammation. I shouldn't be
Hmm.
going to hot herbs and vice versa. You got your wet and dry herbs. If I'm a dry
Hmm.
nigga, I'm a dry person. So I need to make sure that I need to make sure I'm laughing because of this. My family would know this particular herb, marshmallow root, to
Hmm.
my other herbs. Because
Yeah.
marshmallow root it hydrates the skin,
Yes.
but it stinks. It stinks. You let it sit around for a long time, it will begin to stink. But it's great for hydration. So I will take that because I am a dry person. I want to keep marshmallow root drinking on it as much as I can to keep my skin hydrated.
Hmm.
Or add it to other teas, right? So energetics is very important when it comes to finding out what herbs go for different women, different men, children, or whatever the case may be. So energetics is very important.
Yeah.
Energetics, allergic to medication. Yes, allergic to herbs and medication. Those are
Yes.
the top three that
Yes.
you want to look
I
for.
love that too, because honestly, I always forget about medication because I don't take it. So I always forget that about that. But I have seen that, people diving into it because of the trend or whatever. And they'll be on birth control and they'll take a herb that counteracts that and they end up pregnant. They trying to figure out why they're pregnant.
Right, right. It's serious, right? It's like, oh man, what's new with that? Oh, we're doing oregano for cold and flu, and I'm gonna take this oregano. But do you know what oregano does to your body, like truly? And if you're on
Yeah.
a particular medication, what it can counteract and do to your body. You know, we have to be very careful with that. And that's why I dive deep every day, just trying to learn and absorb so I can educate other people.
Yes,
It's a lot of information. And there's times I
it
have to go,
is.
hold up, because we're practicing like doctors, but we're not doctors. Let me put that
Yes.
disclaimer out there. I am not a doctor. I am not a nurse. I'm giving you is an alternative way of bring yourself to wellness, right? You
Mhm.
don't you can do it with your actual medication, but please know that I am not a physician. I should have did that in the beginning. But I'm just educating people on alternative ways to bring their body to wellness. That's it.
Yes, I love it. I'm here for it. I need a you need a podcast on your own if you ain't already got one. I need to be learning, okay, honey?
Woo! That's a lot, honey. That's a lot. I hands up to you, honey. Keep it going. I can't. That's a lot. That's a lot of work to try to keep up with. I
It
can't.
is, especially on top of you educating yourself. It's a lot, and it's a lot to pour out, a lot of energy to pour out. So
Right, right, right. And I
I
can't.
definitely
I don't
understand, and
have
I
the
feel like
time.
the work that you do, you have to preserve a certain amount of energy, especially because I believe you mentioned that you go into the homes doing the steamings. Um, and that's a lot of because you got to protect your energy, but then you also have to put out a certain level of energy to, help with the healing process.
Yes.
It's a lot.
So I'm glad you mentioned that because my thing is when it comes to just seeing people spiritually for who they are, or you know, um, going into these different homes, I pray up before I go into them first and
Yeah.
foremost. I cover myself, and I'm observant, but my thing is, I'm going to throw my energy off on you before I feel and see your energy. Like I'm going
Yes.
to set the atmosphere to the room. And if I
Yes.
feel
Yes.
like it's still not shifting or whatever case may be, then I maybe try to pull away and like, oh, this is too far gone. I don't know what spirit you have on you, but I need to pull away back. But that's
Yes.
always me. Like I'm gonna set the temperature to the room. And
Yes.
sometimes I just go in and be quiet and just observe. But it's real serious now. When I first started off, I was going in homes and I was just like, what is this? Because not everyone keeps their home clean either.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
just the level of it. And it's just like, okay, so that's when I went into the spa. Now I got future goals. I don't know which way I'm shifting. We're doing a lot. I'm doing a lot of revamping, but yeah. So hopefully, I still going to homes, but not as much, right? So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yes. I love that. I love that. That's confirmation. That's one of my affirmations that I use before I go on set is I set the tone, I set the atmosphere. Not the other models, not the
Right,
photographer, not the like
right,
I need to know, I need to be able to listen to my intuition and do what I'm supposed to
right.
do.
Right. Gotta connect with thyself. Like listen to the
Yes.
yourself within you, like for real. And if it's
Yes.
telling you to, be bold, be courageous, whatever it may be, just listen to it, discern
Yes.
whatever's going on in you. And if it's not conducive for you, flee. If you
Yes.
want to sit there and just continue to pour yourself and try to pour yourself into that individual, keep it going. And that's just me.
Yes.
Barely, rarely I'll flee, but there's been times that I have. I'm not gonna lie, and I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you got a strong spirit, and
Yeah.
you got a great spirit, and I can't deal with that
Yeah.
spirit. So
But that's beautiful because that's one of the things I'm unlearning is self abandonment to save face, right? Sometimes we will force ourselves to be in uncomfortable situations just because we want to save face or we don't want to offend or whatever. But we got to protect ourselves and our spirit.
yeah, you do, yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely do, right?
Yes. So, what is the spiritual connection between steaming and steaming?
Breaking soul ties.
Necessary. Absolutely.
The number one thing, breaking soul ties, and just being back in alignment with yourself.
Hmm.
I would say, sitting on a stool, my experiences in a spa with women, I've had women purge. When I first went into this, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to steam with these women. Yeah, I heard that you may get some women that sit on and cry or whatever the case may be. But spiritually, he has some women that are disturbed, and I became a counselor, doing,
Mm-hmm.
just watching women, confiding in them, uplifting them, an area that I can't say I've never done it because I've been working with youth all my life, pushing them, encouraging them. It was
Yeah.
just a different format of it, right? These are adult women. It's like, oh wow, okay, okay, what did I say? What I do? And immediately, God just started giving me words just to pour in and to tell the people. But yeah, it just purging.
Yeah.
People look at it as a way of purge, and you got to think about it. If we don't come in alignment with ourselves, uh,
Mm-hmm.
spiritually, even with God or the earth, whoever, whatever you serve, if you don't come in alignment with it, think about it. We give birth where? Through our wombs.
Yeah.
So physically, babies, womb, whatever we're feeling, that's going to attach to that child. It goes the
Mm-hmm.
same for we birth. When you get a new idea, what do you say?
Yes.
Oh, I feel that in my gut. So if you
Yes.
all jacked up down here, you're gonna birth out bad ideas, bad whatever. So we gotta make sure this is take our wombs are taken care of, ladies. Just to be in alignment, mentally,
Mm-hmm.
physically. Because you think about it, you in pain, you can't think right. You all over the place. Oh, you're worried about your pain versus trying to function mentally.
Yeah.
And our mental is the strongest thing, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so
Yes.
it's very beneficial to be spiritually connected to your first of all knowing yourself, you know knowing what what you're serving or who you're serving, or
Mm-hmm.
all that type of stuff, in order to
Yes.
become one with yourself in alignment. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I love that. I love that. So how can the herbs enhance our so we're shifting out of just for women, right? So how can the herbs enhance our feminine energy or our masculine energy depending upon which one is imbalanced
The herbs can balance us mentally and physically.
through and through?
I mean,
Yes, I love it.
you have
So
different herbs that can physically do stuff to you and mentally.
mhm,
Say
yeah.
brings balance to us. Now, I will say some herbs. Now that I'm learning more, that some herbs can stabilize an
Hmm.
issue that you already have going on, and some herbs can help bring wellness over time to an issue that you have going on. So,
Mm, yeah, I love that. That's good to know. Over time, the overtime. Um, so what are 5 herbs that you would suggest everyone have at home?
okay, before I get to that, when you said overtime meaning we live in this quick microwave generation.
Yep.
You guys, to get to wellness, it's going to take time, just like it took as much time for you to get that dis-ease or disease in your body. So just
Yes.
time, be consistent, be intentional
Yes.
about just staying on the up and up with your lifestyle of eating, your movement, working out, walking, bike riding, whatever, dancing, whatever you do. Just be consistent with it because it's going to take time. Just like it
Yes.
took time for you to get the disease in your body or the dis-ease, because they're both spelled the same way within
Yes.
you. So yeah,
Yes.
I just wanted to say that real quick.
Yes.
But
I love it. We needed it. We needed that plugged in there. Because I feel like that's the thing, like you said, in this time frame, we want something to happen right away. I was just talking to someone about oil pulling, right? She asked me if it worked. I said, well, my teeth felt less sensitive, but I didn't stick with it long enough to determine whether my teeth got whiter. I said I was impatient. She said, I
Me.
understand. I'm impatient too. So she was buying white strips, with the chemicals in it. You know what I mean? So we have to, like you said, adjust to that. That's one of the things that I learned a lot with doing things holistically. But I am impatient, so I'm
Yeah.
learning to slow down. I'm learning to slow down.
And you have to be patient and intentional. One thing my husband can vouch for me is that when I set my mind to something with my health, or I'm on it. I'm on it. That I got. I'm on it.
Yeah,
I'll get up every morning and walk my 30 minutes. I'm like, nope. I'm about to do. Nope. I gotta eat. Nope. I can't eat. Nope. Because you think about it, it's going to cost more money for me to get healed.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't mind spending more money on the fresh goods or the things that's going to help me because it's going to be thousands more dollars just to get fixed,
Yep.
right? So yeah, just throwing that in there. But as far as the herbs, everyone is different again, energetics. But the herbs that I think that women should have within their household, chamomile. Everyone
Hmm.
knows that chamomile is relaxing. Um, it soothes, it calms. You have nettle. Nettle is a strength minerals, nourishing and strengthening the wound. You have calendula, which heals the wound and is also great for inflammation. And then you have the turmeric, which is also household product with a little bit
Yeah.
of cayenne. Is good for inflammation. So those are like the five top herbs I would say. Make sure that you have in your home, but make sure you don't buy that mess from Amazon, please. Please know your sources, like for real.
Yes.
Why I haven't um, bought into a lot of these vitamins that are out on the market and stuff because I'm like, who sourced it? Where is it coming from? Because that
Yeah.
matters. That matters. Yeah, maybe calendula or chamomile or whatever the case may be, but how was it? Where was it raised at? What was the
Hmm.
environment like? Because other than that, it's doing no justice within your system, right? So you
Hmm.
got to be careful with that of where you sourcing stuff from. And that's one thing that I've learned through my mentors that like we have a place that we purchase our herbs from and we know how they're sourced. We know what their soil comes from. We know all of this stuff. But
Hmm.
please, please, please do not buy herbs from Amazon. When I first started, I did until I learned better, right? When you learn better, you do
Yeah.
better. And
Yes.
yeah, I can taste the difference. One day I'm gonna be doing the plants. I'm gonna be hands on. Right now I don't have the
Yes.
for that, but
That's what I want.
that's coming.
Yes. It's
It's coming.
happening. It's gonna happen for us both. Okay, honey.
Right, right. So
That's what
yeah.
I want for sure. So, just diving a little bit deeper into your journey, how did your journey lead you to to herb wellness and womb wellness?
So in 2014, I will never forget this. I was working in uptown. We call it uptown instead of downtown here in Charlotte. At the hospital, and I was at the front desk helping a customer check out their prescriptions and everything. And I just started having real sharp pains, unbearable pains in my womb. And, to the point I had me crying. I had to go sit down and everything. Well, this went on for a while before I actually went to go get seen. And I found out that I had fibroids. And immediately they were just like, well, we need to give you a hysterectomy. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. There's no other options. Like,
Yeah.
and at the time, they may have said it, but I only heard hysterectomy. Um, and well, actually, they did give me. They said we could remove them. Well, I had that done. They came right back. They came right back because you never gave me the solution
Hmm.
to what I needed to do so they won't come back, which is I call it the cars method, cutting out the caffeine, the alcohol, the red meat, and the sugars, cars acronym, out
Mm.
of my diet. You know, what makes a car move? Gas. So those are things that give our body gas to make our disease continue to manifest. So
Mm.
it all started out that way, and I was just like, no, babe, I'm not having it done. So I began in 2015 to educate myself. Stayed up countless nights, throughout the night, reading, researching, trying different stuff. And yoni steaming just stuck out to me. It's been going on for years in other countries, Asia, in different countries. And actually, I want to say kind of biblically, but they actually used a stool, something like a stool, to give birth back in the days, sort of,
Mm-hmm.
when I started educating myself more on it. But yeah, it was, and it just seemed more natural, um, holistic, so
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't hurt me, right? No matter what, it wouldn't hurt me. So I went on ahead and started doing that. And then I started changing my lifestyle of eating. Again, I took out the caffeine, alcohol, red meat, sugar, dairy. Um, and that was the beginning of my journey. And in 2020, I told my husband, I said, I think God is leading me to start my business. I wanted to go into dance.
Yeah.
I love dancing. I do online YouTube dances, line dancing, Christian line dances. And I wanted to do that, but going to the schools. And it's funny because it's about to come back around again. I'm going like full circle. But my husband, he looked at me, he said, I don't think that you should be doing that. He said, I watched you heal your body these past couple of years. I watched you for countless nights read, research, and just bring total healing to your body. He said, I think your goal is, and not only that, he watched me help other family members. He said, I believe that your calling is to help other people, other women get to where
Yes.
you're at, and everything. So that was it, the end of that story. I went on ahead and listened to my husband because he knows me best. And I opened up a spa in 2020, just closed last year. Yes, 2024. I was
Mm-hmm.
with other women, but yeah, and I watched total healing with these women,
Yes.
gain relationships, till, and I still reach out to them. We still talk and everything. Some of them still reach out to me, and I go to their homes and continue to do services with them. But it was a beautiful thing. We all serve a purpose here, and mine is
Yes.
help with wellness with people. I love it,
Yes.
and without it, I'm incomplete. I feel that I'm incomplete.
No, I understand. Yes.
Like something is missing. So yeah, I get giddy upish. Even if it's things I don't know, I'm like, I hear it and I'm like, I'll get back to you. Let me research. Let me ask
Yes. Yes.
mentors, or let me ask a pharmacist, or whatever the case may be. I love it. So if you think I'm a bad now, just wait for 5 more years, man, honey. I'm gonna be out there. Give me time. Give me time.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love it. I love it so much. And it's so inspiring too, especially because like you said, you've been doing the work, you used it to heal yourself, and then you did the work and now you're healing other people, but you're also still constantly
yeah.
gaining that knowledge and elevating yourself as you
And
elevate others. So
you got
it's
to.
wonderful.
You got to.
Yes.
Pharmacists do the same thing. They're constantly learning. New medications coming out.
Hmm.
New this is coming out. Manufacturers are creating more generic, brand names and different stuff. They're constantly taking CE credits to keep up on, their license. Just like me as a
Hmm.
pharmacy tech, I got to keep on taking credits to keep up on my pharmacy tech license. Although I'm not in the pharmacy practicing anymore, I've done it for 25 plus years, but I still keep up on my license, right? Because
Yes.
I still want to know
Yes.
what the pharmaceutical world part is still like. What's new coming
Yes.
out there? How does it help our body, or whatever the case may be? So
Yes.
it's a lot of, I got to continue to educate myself. You know,
Yes.
it's
Not
a
to
beautiful.
mention that's a powerful tool for you to have as you're in the herbs, because you know if a client is taking the medicine, baby, that herb is not for you, because that's going
Right,
so
right,
it just makes you that much more of a powerful person to
right,
come to.
right. And I have a like the pharmacists have a, what do they call it? I can't think of the name of it, but where they go to and look like what are the different drugs that they can't take or whatever. I call it my
Uh-huh.
herb Bible. I got an actual herb Bible that if you tell me
Yes.
what you're taking, I go and research, or even if I don't know, I have again people that are mentor me that I can reach out to, right? So, it's good to have all those resources to assist
Hmm.
and help me. And I'm just on the other side of it, right?
Yes.
Just the
Yes.
holistic side of it. And it's a beautiful thing just to see the things because I haven't dabbed into every herb. So even if I haven't, but I know, okay, for earache, well, garlic and oil. You can use garlic and oil in your ear. It'll help with a earache. Crush the garlic open. Garlic is a great antibiotic. A lot of people don't know that. Again, it's a great antibiotic. Crush after you
Yes.
crush it open and let it sit for like 5 minutes. Put in some oil, let it sit there, and put it in your ear. It helped. I had to use it last week for the first time, but I've been telling everyone else to do it. And some people come back and give me feedback, but I actually did, and I was like, oh my god, my earache stopped. Oh, I love it. Just different
Yes.
things sitting around your house, in your kitchen, in your
Yeah.
refrigerator cabinet that would help bring wellness to your body, right?
Yeah.
Cough and cold season. Everybody know the oregano. They're using oregano oil. Well, I take oregano, boil it in some water as a tea with thyme,
Hmm.
cold, clearing right out, knocking right out.
Yes.
So it's multiple things out there, like different remedies for everything, right? I can go on
Yes.
and on, so I gotta stop. Go ahead.
I
What?
know. And listen, and I'm letting you because I'm learning. I'm like, yes, tell me more. Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so passionate about it that I would go on and on. I don't want to get us off
Yeah,
topic.
I see. I love it because I learn a lot. I socially, I learn a lot through
Good.
this, but I also learn a lot through, trial and error. So I've been wanting to dive into it, but I had to shift my mindset because in the beginning I was like, that's a lot. That's a lot of herbs and plants to learn about. And I'm like, dang, Deshay, do you really want to take this on top of psychology? Like,
Yeah,
but I'm like, I do. Yes, yes,
yeah,
you do want to take this
yeah.
on.
Yeah. And we need more people. It's room for all of us to study it
Yes,
and help somebody. Like I told someone recently, I was like, I can't do this on my own. I want to network with people. What you got?
yes,
Like bouncing, like there's enough room for all of us to spread this. One
yes,
thing, I love telling people it's community, not competition.
yes,
It's all about
yes,
community, not competition. All of us have a different calling. Some of our callings are the same, but still different, right?
yes,
Still unique
yes,
in a certain way. So
exactly,
I'm not the
exactly,
person that's going to get. I'm only competing against myself, not anyone else.
exactly,
Right?
exactly, exactly. I say the same thing because, the reality is we might have similar talents, but my audience is not, you're going to reach someone that I can't reach. And vice versa, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And also experience wise, there's a herb that you may have greater experience with that I don't like. I may be
Right.
allergic, or like you
Right.
said, energy wise, it doesn't work for me. So that another person might hear you better because you actually work with
Right.
that herb. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I believe the same thing. There's room for all of us. The goal
Right.
is to just walk in
That.
our purpose and do what we're
That.
supposed to do.
That. That is so true. So true. I love
Yes.
it. Keep that mindset too, man. Keep it.
Thank you. Yes.
Keep it.
Yes. So as we're talking about walking in our purpose, I want to slightly shift gears into talking about the Juneteenth pageant because this is what going on. Is this going on year 3?
So this will be our second year here in Charlotte
Year.
doing the Miss Juneteenth pageant, but um, I've done 5 years, I think, in California. I initially started in California, Little
Wow.
shout out to Merced, California.
Yo.
Hey, Little Merced. Yeah, I started there. My aunt years ago came to me and she asked me to help with the Miss Juneteenth pageant, and did it there. And then once when I moved out here, and after kids graduated, got out the house, I knew I had to start activating myself, and that's
Yes.
been something heavy on my heart. Giving back to the youth of the city,
Yes.
empowering and uplifting them, and teaching them what community is. So we do
Yes.
a lot of community outreach programs and stuff for them, teaching them to just, you know, to believe in themselves. Some of these kids don't even know where to start, where to even
Yeah.
begin,
Yeah.
or so it's just a beauty to see. Last year was our first year. We had 14 girls, and 5 queens from the ages 5 to 18. And
Aw.
you guys can go out and look at everything on uh, our website. My apologies. It's Val Miss Juneteenth.com. And you can see our queens from last year. So we're now preparing for our 2026 Miss Juneteenth pageant. And I'm
Yes.
excited because it's going to be bigger and better, right? I'm
Yes.
excited for the girls and can't wait to see where this all ends up to being. So throughout
Yes.
the year, even with the queens, they've been out doing community outreach. They've been reaching back out to me and just telling me how much they, not just them, but the parents, how bold they become with speaking and, just
Yes.
knowing who they are. And that's what it was all about, just empowering and encouraging them to be, they find who they are, be themselves, be an impact,
Yes.
building
Yes.
our future generation. That's all that
I
I'm
love
helping. Yeah.
I love that. Especially starting at a young age because sometimes it takes us longer to figure that out. And it's not about time so much, but I feel like if they can have those tools younger, then they can build on them as they get older. So even if they don't get the full message, they have something to build on. So I love that so much.
Exactly. Exactly.
So are there anything you do a little bit beforehand to prepare as far as like fundraising or sponsorship? Is there how can we
Yes.
as the community support you
Um,
on this journey?
I just did a GoFundMe. I just did that. That's closed. So on our page, you can go to the page and you can request to sponsor or send some monies that way. I can't remember because I think we had to add something else to the page. But on the page, if you click on one of them links, you can contact me via phone call or email me, and then I can let you know. But yes, it's a scholarship program for the girls. So not
Yes.
only are they in the pageant, but we give scholarships for them. So any type of donations will help. If you are part of a franchise or a makeup company, if you want to send the girls makeup bags, kits, or whatever, anything will help just to give to the girls and make them feel special, and congratulate them for taking the first step of trying to do better for themselves or
Yeah.
finding their selves, right? So, but if you go to that website, and even if it's not there, reach out to me because I can't remember if that was something that was finished. I know one of the links wasn't working, but the other links are working. So just either way, you can reach out to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if my team had got in there, and I am my team. No, I'm just playing. It's nine. It's eight of us. I just have to do that. I'm getting sleepy, but because that time. But yeah, it's eight of us, and we all play different parts. So I think that has been updated. If it hasn't, again, you can still reach out to me, and I'll give you more information. Again, any donations will help because we're
Yeah.
putting towards the girls' scholarships. The 13-year-old category, 13 to 16-year-old category, gets a scholarship, and the 17 to 18 category get a scholarship. So yeah, that would help. We
Awesome.
love it.
Super exciting.
Excited too. I'm excited too. Very
Yes,
excited.
I love it. So, before we wrap up, what's next for you? I know we talked a little bit about family. So, what's next for you?
Ooh. I need to finish my book. I started. Oh, and I already have one book. If you want to go on Amazon, um, I have. It's called Womb Wellness Over My Body, Mind, and Spirit. This is on Amazon. It's a 31-day journal, and it's really focusing on the mind because
Hmm.
the way that we think, the way that we think causes issues in our womb. So we got to
Yes.
think more positive, you know. So it's an actual journal. It has activities in here, but it's on Amazon. Again, this is it here.
Yes.
Uh, so you
I'm
can
gonna
do
put
that.
the link in the description after
Okay,
this post. Yeah.
okay, sure. But I have started a children's book about a year ago. I actually finished it, but I need to really go back and really finish it. So that's my next goal is to try to get the children's book on out, educating young girls how to take care of the womb because you know God just began to show me that not saying that the adults are far gone, but we could prevent some of this if we start
Yes.
with the younger
Yes.
children, making them
Uh,
feel comfortable about speaking about out loud
yeah.
about womb, you know, and the things that we go through, and being comfortable with it, being able to have discussions to
Hmm.
prevent things that you and I had to go through, right? You know,
Yeah.
educating them. So, um, yeah, it's in the works. It's been in the works. I just really would like to finish it this year, you know.
Yes.
So that is my number one goal is to try to finish that.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And I can't wait for it to hear about it and to see it and to get it for my own baby because I have a daughter.
Yeah,
Because honestly, there might even be some stuff in there that I didn't know because I kind of had to educate
right,
myself on a lot of this stuff too.
right.
Like you said, sometimes there's gaps in education because maybe our parents didn't know and they didn't have
Yeah,
the hunger to
right.
go get that knowledge.
Facts.
So I think it's amazing all the things that you're doing, and I can't wait for the book.
Yay. Well, look,
Yes.
keep encouraging me to reach out to me and be like, sis, you finish it? You finished it yet? You finished it?
Listen, we're gonna be doing that to each other because my poetry book was supposed to be launched in November because I do a poetry book every year for my birthday. The poems are written, but they ain't typed up and in book form. So I'm right there with you.
Okay, so we're gonna hold each other accountable. Okay, we're gonna be
Yes,
accountability partners. That sounds like a plan, like for
yes.
real. Like,
I'm
yeah.
serious.
So I'm
I'm
gonna check. I'm gonna check up with you. Be like, look, how's it coming along? How's that poetry
I
coming
have to
along?
do those. Have you seen where people like they FaceTime each other just to work?
Oh, we can do that too, honey.
We FaceTime it, but we both sit here typing away.
We can do that too. I'm down with it. Hey, anything that will help. Well, I actually on my herbal class we were trying to do that. Just get on so we can all hold each other accountable. But we're working
Yes.
on our herbs. We have like a group outside of our actual herbal group that we meet with, and I was just like, unfortunately, I can't partake in it right now because this is about to be my busy season for the pageant. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, when it calms down, then I'll see where how I can fit that in or whatever it's
Yes.
going to be. But yeah, so yeah,
Yes. Yes.
accountability, man.
Yes, having great accountability partners is very important.
Yeah,
So I'm definitely down to hold each other accountable
that's great. I'm
because
with
there is a message that we both have in our womb that needs to be birthed.
yes,
So it's time.
yes,
This is birthing
yes.
season.
I love it. I love it. I love
Yes.
it. Become
So as always, you guys, we are going to finish up with our affirmations and then we are going to end. But I do want to remind you guys that we do have the After Hours Carter Love Talk Show on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's where we kind of lay back and share our opinions on things. It's more panel style, so it's usually about four of us. Sometimes you just get me, but that's also a
Yeah.
vibe. Uh,
That's great. Good. That'll work.
yes. So it's like I said, it's more laid back. We come with our drinks or our tea and our food, and we just snack it up. And I usually have a topic we talk about, but also we take a lot of feedback from the audience. So I was telling her before she hopped on, I said we might have to have you and John on at the same time because that is where Jalil usually is. He's usually on the
Yeah,
after
he
hours
told me.
show,
He told me.
and we be cutting up. You know, he's a little comedian. So we be laughing and talking and chatting about stuff, but we do get real and talk about relationships and life
Yeah.
stuff. So catch that on Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and give us your quote. Oh, sorry. We got to know where to find you. This is we have the Juneteenth on here, but as far as your website.
I am revamping everything right now. So
Okay.
as I am on Instagram
Yes.
and I am on Facebook. Facebook is a private group. It's Visions of Worthiness Wellness on Facebook. It's a private group. I really haven't been posting on it lately simply because, again, I'm revamping a lot of things. I'm going in a different direction. I'm trying to hone everything in. But I do a little bit of posting. That doesn't sound great. But on my Instagram, I have Visions of Worthiness Wellness on Instagram. That's an open page for male and females.
Yes.
Uh, because I also post a lot of dance and line dancing. And then
Yes.
I have I have the Val Miss Juneteenth on Instagram too. And then I'm on TikTok, Visions of Worthiness Wellness.
Visions of Worthiness Wellness. You guys go ahead and follow her and interact with her, connect with her, support her business. I'm definitely going to go order mine. I'm going to be right over there in that corner.
Yes.
So this is my safe space. You see my little heart on
Yes.
the wall. This is my safe space. So
Yes.
this is definitely where
Love
I'll
it.
be.
You're gonna be
Yes.
look,
So,
you're gonna be birthing stuff by sitting on your yoni steam.
yes. The
Wrong. You're
energy
gonna
is
be
going to
birthing stuff
infuse
out. Yes. After
it.
purge out, you're gonna be birthing stuff out. I love
Yes.
it. I love it. I love it. I
Yes.
love it. Yes.
So
And if you guys have any questions, please, please, please reach out to me because there's a lot of areas that I did not touch or something that you may want to know more about. I don't mind doing a
yes.
one-to-one with you on Zoom or on a phone call. Just reach out to me. Again, I'm in it to help people. To
Yes.
bring people to a better level of wellness. So.
Yes, yes, I love it. I love it. And I will be putting all of her details and stuff in the description as well. So the website, the book, the Instagrams, all of that will be in the description within the next day or so. Because this is gonna post right afterwards and then I'll gather that information and put it in the description for you guys.
Oh, cool.
So your quote or your affirmation that gets you through life.
So mine is scriptural. It's a Bible scripture, and it's a family Bible scripture, and I actually got it tatted on me. It is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens me. So there is
Yes.
nothing that I cannot do, pretty much. I can do anything. I just got to apply myself and do it, right? I may have a
Yes.
little bit of hiccups or have to work a couple of times to get to perfection. But it encourages me to keep going, even when I'm feeling fearful, right?
Yes.
I'm feeling fearful. It's just like, nope, I got this. I got this.
Yes.
Where I can
I'm
do it.
tickled because Jalil uses the same one. So I just think it's so like I can see how you instilled that in him. He uses the same one just about
Really?
every episode. Because we close out that way on Friday nights as well, and he uses the same one.
Really?
Like,
That's
and
so
that's
dope. I
another
didn't
reason why I
know.
was psycho, because look, he said it. He said the same thing.
Yes, yes. I did not know that. Wow.
Yes,
Yeah, and
yes,
literally, I try my hardest to live by it. Even
yes,
in that it works better for me when I'm starting to feel fearful or something brand new. It's like, nope, I got it. I got this.
yes.
Go. I got it. I can do it. Right. So
Yes, I love that. I love that. As
yeah,
always, you guys, thank you so much for watching the Carter Love Talk Show. Remember that you are worthy always. You are worthy of gaining knowledge that is going to benefit your body, whether that's holistically or medicinally. You are worthy of figuring out what works for your body specifically,
right.
of gaining alignment with you in your spiritual journey, of gaining alignment with you in your mental journey. You are worthy of facing your fears, of embracing being misunderstood, because some people may not understand this journey that you're on. You
Right.
are worthy of walking in your purpose and listening to your inner voice. And
Mm.
most importantly, you are worthy of unconditional self care and unconditional self love. Until next time, my loves, bye bye.